will be told by Japanese 430 students, Kokurokubi.
This, my friends, is the tale of the Kokurokubi. Mukashi, long ago, there lived a samurai by the name of Isogai Heidazaimon Taketsura in the service of Lord Kikuji of Kyushu. He was a very brave warrior who held extraordinary strength. However, one day, his Kikuji family fell to ruin, and Isogai found himself without a master. Although a skilled warrior, Isogai did not go in search of a new master to serve, but instead became a wandering Buddhist priest and renamed himself Kwairyo. One day, Kwairyo was traveling through the woods and, being tired, decided to lie down on the ground for a rest.
Sir, what are you doing? Don't you know there are fearsome creatures out here? Fear not, dear woodsman. I do not fear those golems and ghouls that you speak of. I'm quite accustomed to spending my night in the open air. You are indeed a brave man, but even brave men should not expose themselves to dangers needlessly. Please, come to my house as humble as it may be, so that you may rest safely tonight.
Because the woodcutter spoke so honestly and from the heart, Kwairyo agreed and followed him home. In the woodcutter's home, there were 3 people gathered, and they were speaking to Kwairyo very politely.
Konbanwa, please warm yourself by the fire. There's a recent TV master.
Kwairyo was very impressed with the kindness and good manners of the peasants.
Sir, your manners and all those gathered here are remarkable. But tell me, do they not indicate that you are ones of a higher class? How perceptive of the young master indeed. My tale is one of great sadness and sorrow. I was once in the service of a noble lord, but I squandered my blessings on women and drink. I was even the cause of the death of others. But I have seen the error of my ways, and I hope to mend them, but helping all I can. Fear taught me enough. I am moved by your story. The sutras tell us that although man may begin in wickedness, he can in time turn to the greater good. You have a good heart. I shall chant sutras for you tonight.
With this, the woodcutter showed Kwairyo to a small room where he began to recite sutras while the others retired for the evening. He prayed. However, during the night, Kwairyo became parched. And he decided to go through the house quietly to the well for some refreshment.
What? Bodies with no heads? Murder? No. This must be the work of the Kokurokubi. Dun dun dun! Those demons who can detach their heads from their bodies. If I remember correctly, by removing the bodies, they cannot return to them and will presently die. That delicious-looking priest I ordered tonight certainly made a good attempt. Foolish I was to speak so that he would chant sutras all night. We can't go near him when he's chanting sutras. You, go. See if he's fallen asleep now that's almost morning.
The priest is gone. You know, he's with him.
What? No! Now that my body is dead, it'll die. And we told me to kill that meddlesome priest. Who is it? Right there behind the door!
The Kokurokubi charged Kwairyo, but being a brave former samurai, he was able to beat them back. At the last moment, however, the leader of the Kokurokubi latched onto Kwairyo. Although the Kokurokubi was dead, no matter what Kwairyo did, he could not shake the head loose.
Is this the head of a monster?
With the head still hopelessly attached, Kwairyo walked to the nearby village where people ran from sight. And soon, the police were called in to investigate.
Sir, what evil have you done that you carried the severed head of a man? I have done nothing wrong. This is not the head of a man, but that of a Kokurokubi. Whoever.
Okay, let's check the head, and we can decide for ourselves.
I see that you have spoken the truth, for this is indeed the head of no human man, but that of a monster. You are brave indeed. Tell me, were you formerly of the samurai class?
Why, yes, I was once known as Isogai Hedozaimon Teresuga Degoza. That's you! We have heard of you! Rhino's samurai name was certainly well known, for he had been a brave nobleman. He was allowed to go free from the police, taking the still firmly attached head with him. It was only a couple days later, as he was walking down the road, that he encountered a highwayman.
What? What kind of priest is this? One who walks around with a severed head on his sleeve. Surely you must be even worse than I. But say, I could use this situation to my advantage, to ward off those who would do me harm. Would you sell this robe to me? I will give you 5 yo in exchange.
The rope you may have, but this is not the head of a human, but that of a Kokurokubi.
How terrible of a priest you are to kill a man and lie about it. But yes, I will take it.
Have it. But I warn you, I did not lie. Good luck.
Shortly thereafter, the highwayman found himself in the village where Quardio had been previously questioned by the police. Upon learning the true nature of the head he now possessed, he became terrified. He immediately went and buried the head. And mounted a tombstone upon it. To this day, the tombstone of the Kokurokubi can be seen to all who dare pay a visit.